Hello, everybody, and welcome to the stream. Appears we're having a delay on things. That's fun. Um, why is that happening? Why is that happening? Uh, uh, there's, there's not a delay on that. That's weird. That's weird. Anyway, hi, how's it going? If this is somehow a thing that you have have just kind of stumbled onto because YouTube thinks you're interested in watching a musician ram his head against the wall. Hi, my name is Yuki K. And today we're going to be writing some stuff. That file explorer doesn't need to be there. Go away. So, yeah, we got some stuff to do today. I, I was planning on playing a game today, but I kind of forgot to download the thing, and I don't know how long it would take to actually get the thing set up and running. So we might do that next week. I don't know. But I also kind of came up with an idea Sunday, just kind of playing around with some stuff, and this is the result of that idea. And this is one of the first things we're going to work on today. The other thing is actually what you heard at the beginning, so that will be might be very fun to kind of do. It might take a minute to load that one up. That one has a lot of instruments on it. As you can hear, it's a lot more of a final kind of sounding track. Anyway, we turn this on and give you an idea of what we're going to be working with today. So it's you see all this shit up here. We've got time signature changes pretty consistently. Take that off of there because no shit, it's that tempo. So it's a little bit of a riffy thing, a little progressive thing. Well, more like prog. We've talked about that concept before. But yeah, I think I'll shut up for a minute and just kind of let you hear it, and then we'll just go from there. We'll say I'm not wearing headphones this time around because, well, I just didn't feel like it, to be honest with you. And I think I've got my gear kind of dialed in now to where I shouldn't have to. But yeah, but we'll try that and just see where it goes. So anyway, here we go. All right, cool. So there you go. Yeah, so not kind of a fun little thing. The goal today is well, with this track is twofold really. So one is I want to come up with like a little like lead into thing with this. So I don't necessarily want to call it an introduction because I kind of have found recently, this is a recent development that that's a thing that I find myself getting trapped into, is like I get myself trapped into the through composition dilemma of, well, what needs to come next, or here, like what should I do next, and not really working on other things, like, you know, theoretically I should be working out here and that kind of stuff, or like working behind this thing. And we do that because of you know, you get into a trap of like wanting to make this one section sound really, really good before you move on to the next thing, and that's really not what you should be doing. So I think what I'm going to do is we're going to make a little lead into thing with the drums, I'm thinking, and then we're going to have the guitars kind of go into that riff. Excuse me. So without further ado with that, I think we're going to start off by throwing 4 measures here, and we'll just do it in 3/4. And the idea I have is kind of this like little like ghost notey thing. I think it's best if we just start writing it up. And hopefully you'll get the idea. So it's like where is the kick? There is the kick. Doom ba doom ba doom ba. Unfortunately, it was something else I may have to work on. I've developed my drums a decent amount, but we're still getting there, and it's got some limitations that I haven't figured out how to properly work around. One of those things being ghost notes. Ghost notes, for those that don't know, is like you have the main hit thing, right? That guy. And then you have ghost notes, or whenever you play really, really quietly, kind of like in a rhythmic fashion, like to go along your beat. So it's like I want two ghost notes right here, but this this drum kit that I've built is so heavily compressed and just so dimed that it's gonna sound weird. But I think I can, if we just kind of look past that for now. Yeah, that's what I want. Something like that. Right, you see, you hear it. Like, it's kind of weird. It just sounds weird. Actually, you know what? Real quick. Let's entertain this thought just really quick. If I go to snare, MIDI, we have center. Show the MIDI mappings. There we go. What if we did snare, side stick, snare, stack? Is that what this note is? No, that's the stack for. Hang on, that should be a stack, right? Yeah, that's a stack. So what I need to really do is, this is mostly going to be a rim-shotty song anyway. I should really just take this guy and turn it off the center stack. Pretty much what makes it a stack is that I've got this big crack kind of like sample of a snare. And that's what's giving everything that really big punchy hit sound. So I'm thinking of doing is we just remove that from the stack, really. Suddenly I'm playing just a center regular old snare drum if I'm in the middle here. This could work. Yeah, there we go. I figured it out. Okay, let's humanize it. Last time I was working on a reverb project, I had the thing open on my side monitor because I was trying to also focus on something. Really good idea, by the way, to do. So now all of my little pop-ups and things are on the side monitor, so I have to drag them over here. All right, how about... yeah, there we go. Do that. Make you just a little bit louder because you're supposed to be... And then what we're gonna do is find my hi-hats. Hi-hats, hi-hats. Yep, that's a hi-hat. I think we'll keep this really short because I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to throw the ghost note in. Alright, we just throw in another ghost note, maybe? Alright, hang on. It'd be way easier to distinguish between these two if they're just on there. They're not right next to each other. Eh. Oops. Oh, not that. Oh my god. Oh, it's a disaster. It's a disaster. Do that and that. Bring these back up to being snare ghost notes. Well, bring that one back up to being there. You don't need the beer. Humanize these just a little bit. Maybe go with a little bit of timing variance. Okay. So what we'll do next is we'll make a variation of this measure, or of what we just did. Whoops, that's not gonna work. And then we'll repeat this guy. Repeat these two measures. Actually, what we might do, we make this one a 4/4 bar. Do we make a 4/4 bar or a 7/8 bar? Let me try 7/8 first. Right, try this. 7, 8. Eyes is a thinking. Eyes is a thinking. I'm thinking correctly. Oh, you bastard. Just making sure I didn't screw that up. Sorry. Let's do this. I'm gonna do this triplet thing. Do. That might work. Let me hear the whole thing. What's gonna follow? Let me grab an instrument. Just really quick. Where I just had the guitar. Where's the guitar? Here. I found it. I found it. Guitar cable. Instrument cable. Pluggy in thingy that makes it to where you can hear what the fuck I'm doing. Cable. Okay, let's see. Oh, jeez. Phantom power, get that on. There we go. That's what should happen. Right? So it'll sound like this. And I'm learning more and more that I think it needs to be a 4/4 measure. Alright, 4/4. This is gonna completely screw this whole thing up. Just these two. It's because they're in the measures, the reason why. Should really just fix the problem, not the... treat the problem, not the solution. Right, and really all that I had to do there is just... yeah, pretty much that. So... where is it supposed to come in? One and two. One E and two E. Ew, that's gross. Let's just do it like that. Maybe that's what it's supposed to be. We'll try that. Let me do a take of it. Do a take of it, and then we'll see if I like that. I think that'll work if you can play it right. Okay, and then we do it one more time for width. Good point. You're probably hearing it just a little bit, sorry. Alright. That kind of fixes it. I think what we want to do is we're going to do a little thingy. You know, hit him with a doohickey, you know. Man, I did not play that in time at all. You can see where the beats land and where I started playing. Damn. I think what we're gonna do, maybe we come up with a little... Or better yet, no, I think what I want to do is, not have this here. No, I don't want to have this here. Actually, I don't want to have that here either. I want to come up with stuff for it all the way down to here, though. That will help build a better part. So, let me just grab the bass, intro, and instrument, so just a second. I've returned with bass. It is way too big. I'm thinking we just do a slide in. Right, like maybe we do like a or one of those, maybe, right? Let me try a few. I bet you can hear the shit out of this string slapping. You actually can't, that's nice. Let me just try a slide in. Yeah, that's what it should be. That's what it should be. Yeah, okay, that's fun. I think we're gonna do some MIDI shit again. Turn off the bass so you don't have to hear that shit going on. Alright, first thing, I don't like this. That right there. That right there. That's a little too... I could revisit that if I wanted to, but I think... So what we'll do is we'll copy you. We'll paste you somewhere way down here, out of the way. There we go. Now I can do something else. Right, because I'm thinking... If you notice how this thing is set up, like this region... actually, you can't see that. You can see it if I go right like that. So that's an A. That's because I'm pretty much building this in like themes. Really, this is like the A theme in massive air quotes. It's really I'll more or less call it sections rather than themes. As A section. You know, we're gonna eventually we'll make a B section, then we'll make a C section, and we'll make a D section, that kind of stuff, because this is probably gonna be an instrumental song, although I think this is gonna be kind of the section we'll be framing most of the song around. Maybe not that chord progression, because it's just 2 chords, but we'll use that riff as an example, as a framework for the song, is at least what my idea is for right now, which, you know, if you've watched any of these before, you know, that could change at any moment. Oh my goodness. I don't know why I'm so tired unless I'm about to have a crash from my snack I had. I had way too much ice cream. So there's two things. I'm probably coming down from a sugar high, and two, on my way to a massive tummy ache. But I'll deal with that when I get to it. Anyway, so where's all the stupid shit? Oh, that's the wrong section. Oh, you're an idiot. God damn it. No. No, that's right. That is that section. We need to be in here is where we need to be. Yeah. Yeah, that's better. Sorry, just fix that. Alright, so here's where we are now. You know what? That's enough for that. We're gonna do the same thing here. I'm gonna create... I can't remember. If I create a region... A auxiliary, aux for short. If I do this, it does move the whole, it moves the time with them. Okay, cool, that's great. Let's just say, let's move you over here. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and do all of this. You don't need you. Right, I don't need you. Oh, god damn it. You bastard. And then actually I can keep you in there. Yeah. You're a 7-8 bar, though. Yep, 7-8 bar right there, and then 3-4 bar right there. 3-4. Just one, please. Yeah, there we go. All right, that's right. Okay. Really what needs to happen is I need to do... make this there, and then I need to create a separate region of a separate region. A aux. We'll call that AUX1, and then we'll call you AUX2, because you're actually going to be at you're much more of an ending thing, kind of. All right, because my idea is like we bounce between these two chords, and the second time we go up, or maybe we do an extension where we're these two chords, so 2 repetitions, and then we go back up to that first chord, this guy. And we just kind of do this like kind of rhythmic extension of that riff. Yeah. Okay, I think what I want to do is I want to come up with... I don't know if I want to do choir. Oh my god. I don't know if I want to go to bed or not. I don't know if I want to do choir or if I want to do like a string patty kind of thing. Do I so what is this? Subtle comb strings. I think those are a little too old sounding. Well, I don't like to say things like that. They're a little too, like, I guess, in your face. Right? They're based on like a saw synth. So I guess we'll go with old reliable here. Ugh. And really what I like to do is I'd like to find my ambient thing. My like weird ambient patch that I use in projects that you haven't actually heard yet. So you have no basis for. But it's just an ambient droning thing. It's super out of tune, so I have to usually tune it. But usually I find like kind of cool sounding things just to go on top of whatever I'm playing through. So I think what we do... Oh my god. No, get off the master channel, please. Are you still being sent to the master bus? Yes, you are. God damn it. I think that's what Kieran E flat made. E flat. Yep. That's funny. Oh. E flat, yeah. Just kind of do some basic chords, and I'll automate this to do more of a fade in. So I guess we'll do 2 measures. I just bounce between these two right now. Maybe we do a little, you do just a little bit of movement down underneath these 2 chords just to kind of keep it interesting. Maybe? Maybe do a little distance. Just a wee bit. Wow, don't do that. You are brittle. I don't know if I like this chord, these here. Well, I definitely don't like that either. Definitely not. Keep that there. Ooh, that turns into a minor chord. Alright, let's tone that way down, find out where it needs to be. That's... Where am I? Maybe? Maybe? Maybe. Maybe. That's an idea. Alright, that's a big ol' idea. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna... Alright, cool. What I'm thinking we do... Oh, that would be why you're so damn brittle. What was I thinking there? Oh, because it cuts, right. But no, what I'm thinking we do, we kind of telephone this a bit. What if we go even stupider? Alright, I'm losing the melody. Or I'm losing the movement. Where is that? Where is that? That would potentially be done. So we'll keep you. Maybe. Yeah, okay, that's fun. Masking the very synthetic bit nature of it actually kind of helps it. All right, that's cool. It's too much though. This is more about subtle movement in this one rather than making this the focus, because the focus is supposed to be the riff. This is supposed to be a very guitar kind of focused song. So I don't want to. Everything I'm going to be doing that's going to be, I would normally say, is on top of the riff, which is my normal writing style, is actually going to be below underneath the riff, kind of supporting the riff. So I guess with that being said, we need to redo these guitar parts, these upper guitar parts, I mean. So let me grab that guitar again. Alright. I think what we're going to do is we're just going to... It should all be the same notes, if I'm thinking. That's funny. I am the guitar. Alright, let me just pick a track up real quick, get some stuff kind of going. I think what this needs to be is this. Right, just Maybe I can move that one up. Let me see. Well, that's a fun chord. That could be that could actually be useful. I'm gonna use that. Yeah, I think that's what this should be. Well, that's my guess anyway. We'll see. Try again. You forgot the 7/8 measure. Can I not hear this metronome? Cool. Now do all of that again for width. Fun stuff. You missed the first chord. Almost. You'll not fuck it up one of these times. It's in 3, Yuki. Dude. Context check. Because I have an unfortunate fear that something might have just happened. You know what? Huh. I think, right? Just humor me for a second. There's more space there. Yeah, that's what that's supposed to be. Okay. I have figured a thing out. We can have those chords and everything. It's good. It's becoming very Dark Souls, what I was worried about. Oh god, that sucks to play. We're gonna do a little fun production thing. Give me two measures here. Go ahead and record it. Do it twice. What we're gonna do is we're gonna reverse these, trim that shit back, put that up here, do a little fade in thing, and we're gonna automate this whole group here. Take this off just for a second. Not that extreme, but you get the point. Maybe just a touch more. Yeah, it's just too much. What are you currently saying at? -13. Okay, that would be why. Take that down to like -10. Probably need to do the same thing over here. Oops. What I'm thinking next, hang on, let's set this started. What I'm thinking next is we kind of find like this, so calling it a pad is gonna be accurate here. It's gonna be like a kind of like a staccato, like a shorter kind of like sequency kind of sound thing. So where is massive? Hey, Masters. Oh, nope. Yeah, we find this guy, and then we're gonna go to preset land again. What are you doing? This. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. So it'll be like... oh, that would be the problem. Here we go again. Let's go into the browser. I do know I want to send this to the delay bus because I want it to be kind of thing. That should sound. Maybe not so much of it. Is there a weird effect on this thing? Yes, well, it's being EQ'd. Okay. I'll probably put a delay on it itself, but we'll do that in a minute. Let's see if we have. Let's see what we have. Not like that. Probably a lead. Classic poly, maybe. That's close. God. Oh God, where's that? Yeah, I think we're not going to use that delay. we're gonna make our own delay specifically for this guy, so did that, add a tap. This will be 4/8 notes. Oh, not 3 to 7, like 4. Move down a bit. 6. Turn you down a bit. 8. Turn you down a bit. 10. Turn you down a bit. 12. Turn you down a bit. Almost there. 14, because I wanted to go for 2 measures, which is 16/8 notes. So this is like the longest delay trail I think I've ever done. Wow, okay, that needs to be a lot louder. You'll stay pretty much the same. You go up quite a bit. You... was it 6? So I'll put that one at 7. Was it 7? So I'll put you at 8. Put you at like 9-ish. Put you at like -10. Try that. No dry. Wait. Yeah. I did. Crap. That was me, not you. Sorry. Okay, that's kind of cool. Let's where's the release? We're gonna turn the release way off. Boy, I wish I knew what I was doing when it came to synthesizers. Oh. Well, this is actually where I want that to be. And then we do this chord. You look here. Yeah, okay. Oh, what if we brought you in? We'll actually use these notes, because I've got them, right? We don't have them. Where'd they go? Where are the notes? Copy those notes. Paste them here. There they are. There are the notes. That's not all the notes. We're in triplets still. God, I hate this thing. That's what? When did that oh, right, I had them both selected. Needs to be to here. I'm sure that's going to sound absolutely fine. Delete that. We'll just do a triad. Let's go ahead and do this. Where are you? Nice. Yeah, okay. Let me just do a context check real quick. And we'll decide actually where I want to go from here. So, just a second. This is for your for your sake of your enjoyment and my sanity. All right, play. That's not bad, actually. I mean, most of the background development is kind of subdued right now. I'm gonna try to brighten that out just a bit with doing this. Kind of stretch these. This is panning, by the way, as I'm moving this further and further out in the stereo field. So if I just, what are you doing? Maybe just emphasize the two chords really quick. Okay, that's fun. I had a little idea, thinking maybe we can put this on here, which is I had that idea for a minute, but I don't know if it was right to actually go with it. And I wasn't really a fan of it because I don't know. It feels like a building element kind of thing. Uh, so that's why I kind of just went back on my decision there. But okay. I know I said I would work on another track today, but I'm not really feeling it, to be honest with you. Um, I do know what needs to come up here, so I think we'll just do a little like four measures. God no, let's do like 8 measures at least. Um, actually, what we're gonna do? Yeah, actually, do this. Do this first. Create the region. Shove it over here. That way, so I've got an idea. I don't lock myself into that. And we're gonna pretty much just steal the intro. I think. Steal this bit. Alter it just a little bit. Do a little more of a simplified version of it. Then we hit this one. What this is mostly going to be here is going to be this section will introduce a melody. I don't know what that melody is though. I'll probably just have to workshop that over the week. Maybe I'll share that next stream. Or we might actually work on that other song. Yeah, I'm very, very, very tired. So let me name this section just really quick. This will be B section. This is mostly going to be drums, bass, and clean guitar. Will be the main instruments in here, and we'll introduce some kind of melody, probably with a clean lead. That's not something I normally do. So that might be fun. But I get the whole week to worry about that. I'm gonna hit save, and then I guess that's all I'm gonna do for today. Sorry to cut this one off about a half an hour or 40-ish minutes early, but I'm extremely tired. I don't know what it was about today, but man, or well, I know what it was about today. We did a whole lot of driving around, so brain didn't really get to work a whole lot, so I'm just naturally tired. Just from being really bored the whole day. This was mostly going to be for the VOD watchers on this one, definitely. I will say, if anybody that does manage to make it this far into an audio production stream, typically what happens if I have viewers and like chat members in this one, in these kind of streams, is it usually turns into a Q&A, but actually I genuinely enjoy these whenever there's people here, because I just get to talk music pretty much the whole time, which is really what I wanted to do. I wanted to do something music related, growing up all the time, and there have been a few streams in the past where I got to actually do that, and those are actually some of my favorite ones I've done, even though we didn't really get a whole lot done, um, you know. But make of that what you will. I'm not gonna force somebody. I'm not gonna beg you to come out and say hi or anything like that. Uh, just but it does help. Having people along for the ride does help. So if you got time and you're interested, or even want to ask me a question about music or something like that, I'm more than happy to kind of explore those topics with people. But anyway, I will, I guess I will see you all later. I don't really know how to end these. I'm not a YouTuber, damn it. I'm really not. I'm just a musician that kind of loathes the facts that I have to be an influencer to be a musician on the internet. But anyway, that's beside the point. Guys, have yourselves a fantastic night, and I will see you all on Thursday for the ending of The Force Unleashed. That'll be fun. So, yeah. All right, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.